Hello, my name is Liza Tomko, and my topic today is on behavioral contracts, but not the ones most people may think of. The behavioral contracts I'm going to discuss are not the reactionary kind, but the preemptive kind that encompasses character, behavior, and academic goals and includes all of the students by singling out only a few. As teachers, we are going to enter into each new school year with a plan and objectives, so why not set our students up for success with a plan as well? This way, students learn how to manage not only their behavior and character, but academic achievements as well. Each year, my middle schooler, and now I have a new high schooler, are provided with a student planner. Some teachers check them and some do not. This inconsistency does not help the student at all, nor does it guide them. It's simply a printed calendar if you don't use it wisely and monitor it. It also does not set goals for behavior. Marzano and colleagues noted that many schools rely on reactive disciplinary interventions rather than preemptive ones. How many of us remember teachers that wouldn't tolerate any behavioral issues and simply sent the student to the principal's office without working with the student at all? They were reactionary, labeling, and even sometimes dismissive. In the end, the student did not learn much, and the behavior and attitude did not improve. Marzano and colleagues, Chapter 6, also discusses the importance of involving students in establishing and maintaining a classroom management plan. This strategy helps empower the students and bring them together as a community. The chapter goes on to describe the importance of helping students develop their own self-discipline. This self-discipline helps create internal motivation for one's own behavior. The overarching message is that students need to understand that they are responsible for their own actions. Moeller and colleagues state that students need to be allowed to participate in their own goals, and even more, students who choose their own goals perform at higher levels than students who have goals set for them. So how do students do that? They need to be provided with techniques and ideas to understand what goals are and how to achieve them, i.e. a behavioral, or what Moeller and colleagues call a SMART contract. SMART is setting specific goals that are measurable, attainable, relevant and challenging, and have a time attached to it. I have an example in the reference section. The thing about a behavioral or SMART contract is that it incorporates many variables and is designed for a specific person. They help educate students on social skills, self-regulation, attitude, and goal setting. They help bridge the gap between social skills and academic achievement. As stated in Marzano and colleagues, Chapter 6, meta-analysis, when students take responsibility for their behavior, there is about a 25 percentile points decrease in disruptive behavior. Because education today is more student-centered rather than teacher-directed, students need to learn how to reflect on their own behavior by recording it or self-monitor, compare it to a standard or reflect on it, and then acknowledge the positive or negative change. So how do we as teachers do that? As teachers, we need to commit to cultivating personal relationships with students that go beyond those needed for purely instructional purpose, and to spend time outside of school hours dealing with students and their families without receiving extra financial compensation for your efforts. Students and teachers need to commit to developing a strategic plan to keep students on track, or a roadmap for success. This strategic plan can help students learn to plan an academic route for achieving a successful year or an entire educational experience from, say, high school through college. Second, together the teacher and student create a mission statement. This could be for 1 year or 4 years if, say, you're a freshman. This is a vague statement that encompasses future dreams that are student-centric. Third, together the teacher and student develop attainable goals. In this step, the student can reflect on their strengths and weaknesses, and perhaps pick a few weaknesses to build a defensive strategy to identify and eliminate time-wasting activities by half. And then build offensive goals like, I will set aside specific time to do homework. Next, together you'll build the strategy or method. In this phase, students identify specific ways to reach their goals, or the how. For example, students can sign up for homework club or sign up for study skills class. The next step is determining the objectives or milestone. In this step, students will write objectives and milestones on a calendar or timeline. These objectives are specific, measurable things like a specific time or paragraph in reaching your goal, i.e. a student planner and use it, have it graded each week, homework contracts involving the parents, or schedule specific parts of a paper due each day or week. The final step is evaluation and review. Have students break out their plan weekly, once a month, or review their progress, and mid-year and at the end of the year to reflect on their progress, or whenever necessary. Reflecting on their behavior and academic skills frequently will help keep students on track. Their progress can be graphed or charted with something as simple as Excel spreadsheets and put into a presentation. In my discussion thread, I have added a few resources for templates and the link to the article by Moeller, Thieler, and Wu on goal setting and student achievements for reference. My questions to you are, do you think this type of contract would be beneficial for all students? And if so, how will you incorporate it into your classroom? What are ways to get parents involved in the contract other than simply having them sign the paper? Thank you so much, and I appreciate your time.